Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. Up next on ESPN, it's Week 16 and another typically wild season of the NFL. Ho, ho, ho! The stockings are hung by the chimney with care. But which teams are going to find a playoff berth in their stocking? Which ones will find the dreaded cold? We'll see, but first, an interesting late-season matchup for you on ESPN. Cowboys, Giants. Next! Stocking.
Well, the fans are looking for their seats as the teams are down on the field warming up. Hi, and welcome to Giants Stadium. I'm Dan Stevens. Peter O'Keefe is next to me in the booth, and Peter, we've got a couple of offensive powerhouses down on the field.
No doubt about it, Dan. We could be in for a high-scoring game today. Julius Jones is just a great all-around running back. He's got speed, vision, jukes, power, a little bit of everything. He's not the only big-time player on that squad, though. Antonio Bryant is one of the better receivers in the league. He's one of those players that a defense has to key in on and respect. Otherwise, he's going to make you pay. A talented duo to be certain. They just might make the difference out there.
Cundiff boots the opening kickoff. Wells fields it all the way back at the 6. Tackled at the 27. The Giants send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their own 27-yard line. McGahee gets the handoff and heads upfield, dragged down at the 33.
Matchup there.
Third down, 3 wideouts in the game. McGahee gains 5 on the play, and that will bring up first down. And they squeak it past the first down line.
Yeah, you got to know where you are on the field at all times. He knew where he needed to get.
Newman puts a lick on the receiver and separates him from the ball. Incomplete. Manning zips it to the left sideline, and they get the first on 3rd and long. McGahee loses 2, and that will bring up 2nd down. Manning just rifles this one, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Kennedy hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Would have been short.
You have to run those routes farther in that situation.
Hunt takes the long snap and punts it away. Newman fields the punt at the 13. Tackled at the 20. Love tips it away on the coverage. Incomplete. Jones picks up about 2, and that brings up 3rd down. Ward catches it over the middle, and they get the first on 3rd and long. Carter throws a bullet to the flat, and this one is incomplete. Carter rifles it out left side, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete. Number 1 gets the ball and punts it away. Wells gets it at the 18. Brought down at the 23. McGahee takes it for his 5th carry and gets past the line. Glover sacks him back at the 22. Manning unloads this one to the left, and it's intercepted. Brought down at the 27. That will end the first quarter, and it's still a scoreless game. Carter throws a bullet to the flat, and it's intercepted. And touchdown.
Ty Law picks off the ball, and he's going all the way. Nobody can stop him. Man, I hope his mom's got the VCR going.
Peter, he gets the touchdown, and there is no better way. Jones hauls in the pass and gains a couple. Jones carries this one off to the right and jukes to a first down. Jones gains 3 yards, and that brings up second down. Carter zings it to the right side, and it falls incomplete. Bryant catches it in the flat, and that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Number 1 takes the snap and punts it away. Wells fields the punt at the 17. Tackled at the 32.
During the week, and I'll tell you what, he could bench press a Mack truck.
Manning throws a bullet, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down. McGahee gains 3 yards, and that will bring up second down. Manning zips it to the left sideline, and the completion is good for 6.
Okay, bring him out. Bring him out. You got the change.
No first, baby. No first. Yeah, no first, baby. No first. Man.
McGahee will get the carry on 4th down and converts the 4th down. This is the 7th play of the drive. McGahee gains 5. The Giants take their first time out. Manning zings it to the right side, and it's intercepted. Carter rifles it out left side, and it's incomplete. Intercepted. Manning throws this on a rope, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Dennis grabs the fast. The Giants will take a timeout. That's their second. Manning throws a heater right sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. This one falls incomplete, and they will turn the ball over on down. They really can't be happy with their passing game up to this point. We'll see what they call on this drive as they start at their 44-yard line. To the left. They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete. Carter zings it to the right side, and it's complete at the 42, 25, 15, 5. He's in for the touchdown.
Terry Glenn is going to make a great play right here. Snags the football and then really turns on the juice.
That's broken kind of a cold streak for him. The last 2 passes his way. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
All right, Dan, we'll get back to you in a bit. But welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our first half by the numbers, and I tell you, first downs have been the story here. The Giants should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Eli Manning would find his target on this one. The boys, midway through the first, Quincy Carter connected with his man on this one. Giant towards the end of the first quarter, Roy Williams was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The boys have it off an interception. I fought the law, and the law won. Would come up with a huge play here, as he was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. Touchdown for the Giants. Cowboys behind 7-0. Todd McBride shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The boys, after getting an interception, Sean Williams shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The boys coming up on the end of the half, Cowboys behind by 7. Terry Glenn came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. They knotted up 7-all. Giants late in the second quarter, Eli Manning would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Giants are keeping it evened up. We're tied 7-all. And now let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. Terry Glenn has taken over this game. So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Give up the ball like we have. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Back to you.
Susie, thank you. Glenn catches it left sideline and is well past the markers for a first down. Jones cruises out to the left side and chews up about 4 on the play. Jones is at the 40, 25, 15, 5, touchdown!
Look at this run, Dan. Everything worked out to perfection. Look at the fluidity of the running style. There's no wasted motion there. What a play.
Peter, that will put a touchdown in his stat column.
And that's always nice to have, Dan. So far, he's got 72 yards and 1 touchdown.
4-yard line. Manning throws a heater, and the completion is good for 6. Manning zings it to the right side, and they convert on 3rd down. Richardson makes a play on this one and forces the incompletion. 4th down coming up. This away. Hunt gets the snap and pummels this one deep. Barber gets it off the bounce at the 2. Jones takes the handoff and ends up losing about 3. Carter rifles this one hard over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Bryant makes the catch out to the left, and he's well short of the markers.
Won this round.
4th down coming up. Number 1 takes the long snap and punts it away. Wells fields it at the 41. And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys are out in front, 14-7. McGahee has his number called on 2nd down and heads wide left. Chase down at the 29. 1st down. McGahee chews up 4 yards, and that brings up 2nd down. McBride tips it away on the coverage, incomplete. That will bring up 4th down. Graham with the 41-yard attempt, and it's through the uprights. Carter throws this on a rope, and it's off, incomplete.
How often you see him out of sync like this?
Jones catches it in the flat and is at the 25. Carter throws a big high lob, and they can't connect. Incomplete. Number 1 gets the snap and punts it away. Wells fields the punt at the 30. Stopped at the 33. Manning gets all of his arm into this pass, and it's incomplete. This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete. Manning floats this one out to the right sidelines, and it's tipped. Incomplete. That will bring up 4th down. Hunt takes the snap and punts it away. Newman catches it at the 24. Tackled at the 35. Jones carries it for the 9th time and picks up a couple. Jones. The Giants take their first timeout. Jones will get the carry on 3rd down, and Number 1 gets the ball and punts it away. Wells fields the punt at the 14. Toomer makes the catch on the right sideline and is past the first with daylight. Runs out, and that will stop the clock. Manning throws a heater right sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Newman makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. Manning throws a beauty to the right side, and it's tipped. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. Toomer drops it, and they will turn it over. What a costly mistake. And that is going to do it for this one. The Cowboys come out on top, 14-10. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
All right, gang, great work as always. And with that, we welcome everybody back to the ESPN studios for our ESPN Video Games postgame show. I'm Chris Berman. The Cowboys stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the 3rd quarter. Julius Jones would come up with a big play here as he gets the carry and has clear sailing ahead. A 51-yard touchdown for the Cowboys. Eli Manning would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Giants back by 7. Willis McGahee get up ahead of steam, and then it was clear sailing from there. They climb back into the game, now down by 4. The Giants again have it. Well-dressed Amani Toomer had to work to find an opening, but he was able to haul this one in. And that's where we'll leave this one. Cowboys edge out a win, 14-10. Now let's check in with our player of the game, a guy who made one big-time catch after another to help seal the win for his team. Terry Glenn is on the field with our Susie Colbert. Suze?
Thank you, Chris. You helped carry your team today, and you edged them out in a hard-fought game. What put you guys over the top?
Our D-line came up big today. They were making tackles and putting pressure in the pocket. I'm proud of them. That's how we do it.
Chris, back to you.
Thanks for watching the NFL on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Chris Berman. We'll see you next time.
This is SportsCenter.
Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the 49ers win by a 9-point margin. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Bears pick up win number 7. The Bengals lost this one and will now fall to 3rd place in the AFC North. Santana Moss stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Dolphins, Rams. His team, the Reverend Isaac Bruce, is ready at the 31-yard line. Play gets underway, close coverage. Oh, now with a beautiful move gets open, and it's a 6 spot. The Rams win this one by the final score of 20-14. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Guerrero will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 5 years, $4.5 million. Justin Fargas is on the move as well as he signs a 3-year contract with the Dolphins. Fields will be moving on from his current address, and he gets a pretty good deal to do it. 2 years, $2.4 million.
Nate Burleson had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Vikings beat the Packers. At the home of the Indy 500, we had the Colts squeeze out a 4-point victory. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Derek Mason might be the biggest loss on this list. X-rays revealing that a broken foot is the report. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Marcellus Wiley is probably the one that most leaps out at you. X-rays after the game revealed it is indeed a broken leg, so he'll likely be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs.
Saints, Falcons.
Broken leg.
Aaron Brooks is always a threat to go out into the end zone, especially with the ball at the 20. And he does. The defense doesn't pick it up. Beautiful pass, touchdown. The Saints go on to win this by the final score of 38-35. Down in Tampa, we had the Buccaneers edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. The Jaguars defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at Alltel Stadium. The Chiefs lost on the road but will get to head home and meet the Colts. Chargers, Titans. Phillip Rivers is always a double threat in the red zone at the 5-yard line. There's a snap, and in the slot, the back quickly in the end zone for 6. The Chargers win this one by the final score of 17-10. The Eagles won this contest, but will stay at the first place in the NFC East. Hines Ward had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Bills pick up their 8th win of the year. Cowboys, Giants. 8th win of the tie. I fought the law, and the law won. Was able to step in front of this pass and pick one off, but he wasn't done there. The Cowboys go on to win this by the final score of 14-10. So let's change things up a bit and turn to a guy that's had his eye on the college game, and that's our own Mel Kiper Jr. He joins us now. Mel, your work never ends, I know. Believe me, I know better than anybody else. But it's never too early to start thinking about next year's draft, is it?
Well, you're absolutely right. And with the college bowl season upon us, a lot of guys view their upcoming bowl game as more or less an open audition for NFL scouts everywhere. Hale is a guy right off the bat that's really impressed me thus far. 6'1", 178 out of Northwestern. And this is a guy that's shown absolutely blazing speed in his ball games this fall. His closing speed combined with his quick feet and hands have scouts salivating over his potential. Schmidt is another guy that's starting to make some noise with a terrific senior season. He was a virtual unknown coming into this year, but people are starting to project him to have a solid NFL career. I'm starting to jump on the bandwagon as well. So that'll do it for now, but expect there to be plenty happening between now and April.
Yes, indeed, just 1 week to go and the playoff picture's starting to take shape. But still some areas that'll need to be cleared up next weekend. We'll start with a look at the AFC playoff picture. And now checking things out over in the NFC playoff race. So that's how things shape up. Still plenty of intriguing matchups upcoming as we get closer and closer to January. So that'll do it from here. Boomer, we send it back over to you.
That'll do it here for Pivotal Week 16. As always, plenty of surprises to go around and plenty of intrigue still to come. My primetime players each took his team to the next level, and each is going to take home a game ball. Great work, fellas. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.